Okay, welcome back. We are striving towards hitting next level 4. Now, this next quest we're going to do here in the Keep on the Borderlands is pretty nasty. I played it before at a higher level, and you can get swarmed pretty easily, but it's also a little weird. I've got my enhancement interface up here. It's going to pop into point into my action point, spell point power. So now I've got 79 spell power, so I can spam that silly area effect ability more often. Let's accept this, and I'll just close this down. So is this fella here, Howarth, not Hogwarth, Howarth the Faith Keeper. He wants us to go to the Cult of Evil Chaos. It's probably the hardest of all the instances that are in the Keep on the Borderlands. Let's just go through this, pick this quest up. I'll let you read yourself when you do it. We'll mount up and get over there. We're still level 3, so we're going to do, as usual, we'll do our level 3 Cleric Girl. We've got multiple copies of her down here in our bar. One of the things that's very interesting is that of all the dungeons and all the adventures I played through, with the exception of some silly giant one I did with my main one time, which I absolutely hated, this one was the first one I felt like it was goofy. And it has elements to it that, like, if you were paying attention, and like the kobold one and the 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 the, the dwarven one with like the frost rager dwarves or whatever they're called, and then the fire dwarves, they all had these like little item you could pick up, right? This item in my first backpack bag, this Knoll Charm of Evil Chaos. Remember the one quest with the gnolls, and they're all like, Eula's trying to get you to betray and all this kind of monkey business. So there's apparently, I never knew this, there's 3 of these. And if you have all 3 of these from those different adventures, I think it's the kobold one, the orc one, and then the, I can't resist. I always have to do this. Even though I don't really need the gear anymore, it's just fun. I'm just going to do this on the way. It won't take long at this level range. If you get all 3 of those, you get to open like this demonic altar, and I'm very curious what happens there. I think I may go try it with a higher level character sometimes and just burn through the instances and see what happens. So this is pretty straightforward. Got that knocked out. Interesting that the audio didn't pick that up. Let's see what we get from here. All the audio is messed up on this. That's really weird. Okay, let's go back and get mounted up. Oh, okay, these guys are going to cause problems. Let's get rid of them. Okay. And so that instance is just up here, this valley of chaos is probably the honeybee ambient sound effect is so loud it's overpowering any of the local sounds. That does happen in older games that don't have a lot of audio channels on it. So it's just right down here. It was the one that earlier you were joking around about how it looked like a Chaos Warhammer chosen icon, and so we're going to head into that entrance, and it's right up here, and you can actually, if you miss the jump, you can wiggle through these vertices here. If you can get to this triangle right here, this is an old school trick. This is a really low poly height map. If you can get to that triangle there, you can warp, you can just ride on up. So if you ever miss that jump, it looks like you can't go up it, and you've of course got your cool cloak on, you can do it. So if you try just walking forward, you try running forward, you can't really make it, right? So what you want to do is you want to kind of jump and aim for here, and then you can just wiggle right up. Okay, that's true of every video game. We're going to put this on hard because it's more interesting that way. This instance also has a lot of secret doors. That's one of the things I didn't want to miss out on is, having good spot and search skills really makes it easier. Let's get her up real quick. We've got one that's got 40-minute timer on it. We'll use that hireling up first and get them on aggro as usual. And there was tons and tons of these little zombie cultist guys. So we'll have to be mowing through a bunch of these dudes before we get to the really creepy psychotic voices temple section, which is really weird. So you can even hear it now. It's like, what? What's that all about? It's like something from a bad Stephen King movie. And when you get down to here, there's this passageway that's blocked.
About 20 man-months would be enough to dig through it. Or 5 dwarf months, give or take.
And then, of course, you have the side passage here. You have more of these, like, random weirdo zombies, right? But there's little demons in here and stuff like that were actually a little harder and a lot more swarmy. If you try playing it on a harder skill level, you may be, like, surprised. And there was one of these objectives like explore all the side passages. I could never get that completed. I looked and looked and looked. And I must have missed some secret door, one of the caverns, and just couldn't get it done, no matter what I did. So that left side, I always felt was relatively useless. Now, if you yourself know, oh, there's something down here you missed, man, let me know and I'll go back and pick it up sometime. So you would think at this stage, okay, we're just running around caves and we're just killing these zombies, no big deal, right? They're all easy, we're just destroying them. Then it starts going to areas where there's some architecture, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So it's a little bit strange from a theme perspective. You hear like this water running, there's more guys down there, a bunch of these, there's like one cultist guy in here. And so we're going to, and here's those little demons, we're talking these dretches, they're nasty. Those are pretty nasty at higher levels. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little pop heal here. She doesn't have restoration, so she don't think she can remove that, and have her heal herself as well. But then let's go down here. You have this creepy temple, right? I thought this was kind of weird. You have this, it's caves, and then you have this like slick obsidian. It looks like one of my areas in Chisra and Unreal. And so you come in here, and it has this weird stuff.
Voices murmur from the shadows of this chamber.
Take us with you.
Take us away.
No, get away. Don't do it. Take the shinies.
It's almost like having green skins in Warhammer. And these piles of gold are like, they're just useless. I mean, you're using platinum in the game to buy everything. Who needs 74 gold pieces? So I'm going to take this shiny, expensive tableware. I feel sure it will spawn goodies and we can kill them. And that's what we want. Of course it's going to spawn guys. Oh, a bunch of these dretches. This will give us a chance to use our cool area effect ability. That guy there sleeping. Oh, I see, he's throwing junk at us from range. So you would almost think that this is a rest shrine, you'd almost think there'd be like maybe a secret door or something in this area. That's all it is. You take this shiny tableware stuff and it just spawns a bunch of dretches. At higher levels, the dretches were pretty nasty. They're throwing stuff at range, they're casting spells, they're meleeing and slapping you in the face. So unlike these crappy zombies that move slow, they move pretty quickly, and having 5 or 6 of them on you swarming you can be real trouble. I'm actually going to go down this way before I go back to the main chamber and just do what you always do, try to pick off as much junk as we can from max range. And they're throwing junk. We won't describe what the junk is they're throwing. It sounds like Cornholio dying. Okay, so you have a doorway here. You have this like chaos symbol from Warhammer over here. This is just a looping room with a bunch of guys sleeping, like cultist type dudes. Let's go in here and wipe them out. It's just an instinct for me to line of sight all the time. I know it probably looks kind of annoying watching me do it. I always try to line of sight stuff when it looks like they're about to cast so they can't get a complete cast off. So you get these guys eliminated, and you really only have like this little altar of goodies. An amber vial. So this is something like we've talked about before. You have all these materials and pieces that drop that are desired by a different NPC in the harbor or in the marketplace, and you go talk to them and they can hand it in for something. So, just if you got the inventory space, collect that stuff up and see if you can find something to use for it. I've never found anything that they have of being a merit at low levels. I've just been more interested to get that armor class higher, get more damaging weapons. Maybe I'm a power gamer at heart. If you know something that I'm missing with that, let me know and I'll be sure to change that tutorial element. So we're heading down here, more of these chaos symbols. Writing on the wall, unintelligible. That would have been a good opportunity to do like a translation or something. Wouldn't it have been neat, like read magic in the old days? So we're getting more and more of this. And we have this crazy temple here. It looks like something from, oh gosh, what was that Fire Walk With Me Twin Peaks show from the 80s? So you have this creepy looking area here. And you had these strange marks on the ground. I could never figure this out. Like, what was the deal with these? What do you do with them? Sometimes you stand on them and they would change colors and make sounds. So I can never figure that out. Let me do a quick search to see if there's anything here that reveals anything. Nothing. That's not. There we go. I can see a geometry piece right there. There we go. Kind of weird though. You see this sliver right here where the texture changes? I thought these guys were inappropriately named. And she's taking damage. Let's get her to heal herself. Okay, she's doing it already. Okay, so that was a secret door on that side. Is there anything on this side? This looks like one. I don't have this memorized, by the way. Some of the dungeons I have completely memorized because I've done them so many times. Some of them I've done them like twice and don't remember. This is like begging to be a secret door. You see this texture line right here? It has to be. And I have a really good spot and search skills, so I should be able to find it. But it's not doing the alert. You know, remember the game's always going to give you the little arch symbol with the exclamation point to alert you. We can take a peek in here real quick. So you have a bunch of pews. This is a really weird room. So we're going to go back in here. This is the other thing I always talk about, these funguses, this this deadly fever blanch. Like, what would you do with it? Like, what's it for? If you mouse over it, it's another hand-in item with another NPC. So we will probably check into that at some point, but not right now. So you have these undead guys jumping out of these, you know, supposed graves, these bonehead, skeletal, little warrior type dudes. So it's implying that they came here. Now, this is, you know, another objective up here on the right? Optional, explore all the nooks and crannies of the cave network. 7 of them left, 7 more. Put the rest of the undead guardians that curse this place. We'll do that eventually. Missing codex page, confront their leader. And we'll have to go back to that room that we were in earlier, make sure we didn't leave a codex page on the ground. And this is really weird. The pathfinding of one of those cultists was like stuck against the geometry. Did you see how he was sticking up there? I remember for a fact there was a secret door there. Let's get rid of this guy first. Watch it do the secret door thing. Yep. And I don't know why. For some reason they were like pathfinding and stuck up here. So let's open this up and see what we got. Okay, more dretches. Mob and slob. Perfect. Okay, let's go wipe this area out first, and then we'll go backtrack and remind me to go all the way back down to here and see if we can find this missing codex page. I can't remember. I remember we're coming through here before, and you can see him peek around the corner, and there goes the NPC she's taken off. This was kind of weird. It's like this big bell, but you can't interact with it. You should definitely be able to interact with that and pull it. I never understood like why there was one zombie placed there and nothing else. These are all destructible. Okay, so in the very beginning, remember I mentioned this item here? I have one of them on this character.
You shouldn't be here.
Step away from that.
Run, you fool.
You have these 3 seals, the Kobold Shrine of Evil Chaos, so you would get that from the Kobold Dungeon. The Knoll Shrine of Evil Chaos, so we get that one from Eula. Which one do we have? We have the Knoll one. We have that one. We can pop that in, and let's look at the last one first. And this is one from the Orc Shrine with the 2 tribes, the Frozen Tribe and then the Fire Tribe of the different orcs. Let's throw our thing in here. Okay, there's Eula. Looks like she's chained in place and imprisoned.
Say the whispery voices.
Oh, it's fun, isn't it? It's fun.
Who knows what?
So I don't have enough of the pieces to assemble the full shrine, but that would be something neat to go back and try to complete and find it. I bet, well, obviously what it would do, it would imprison like the orc one here, and maybe the kobold leader here, and maybe that sacrifice would spawn something either back here or something. I don't know exactly, or this Eye of Sauron type thing going on up here. Let's do some secret door checking. There's something through here. Yeah, hard to see with the lighting. You see that? Okay, there's baddies in there. Before we go in, we don't want junk. Don't need any fungus. See if there's anything here. I don't remember if there ever was. I'm just going to have to guess here, because if you complete that, it must do something amazing there. Let's check this side. Nope. Everything else is all behind curtains, isn't it? Alright, let's go in here and take care of these guys. I guess she's breaking pews herself. Okay, we got a little bad guy here. He's the guy on the load screen. Oh, where's he going? Oh, he opened his own secret door. That's funny. Don't get away. Get him. Don't let him get away. Oh. This is when you need expeditious retreat.
The fleeing priest's voice turns into a scream
Isn't that crazy?
and is then cut short.
We wanted to check here anyway, so we might as well just pop in here and check and see if there was this piece of paper that they're talking about. Did I miss it somewhere? Nope. Nope. So I don't know why that dude was running off. I think it's hilarious. So he opened his own secret door in the temple, ran past all his loot, and got out. Let's go back and see what the deal with all that was. So it's kind of interesting that this doorway from here connected to here into this main chamber here. Oh, here's the missing codex page right here on the table, labeled clearly. Let's grab that. That's one of yoink. Okay. Let's see what it says. We check. Is it an actual item in our inventory? No, it's just a quest objective. Okay, so we got that part done. Let's go check this room. Make sure I'm missing anything. I don't hear any alerts. And these are all solid. They're not really. Okay, nothing else. Don't care about the alchemy table. This is just more useless gold. We'll just take it for fun. There's a chest. Okay, we must be. We haven't completed the whole adventure, but we've got this chest. Anything good here? Mace. What's this ring do? Use magic device. We'll just take this for fun. We don't really know that's going to benefit us. So this is what I said about this adventure before. I thought was weird. Like you have so much stuff. I can understand the assemble the shrines for the orc and the kobold. Yes, we won't get that completed. We didn't find all the nooks and crannies. Slay most of the cultists. One cultist left somewhere. So let's double check back down here and see, have we left someone alive somewhere? If so, they're probably behind a secret door that we don't know about, and then we would be able to complete the whole thing. Let's go check in here and make sure we didn't miss anything in here. Because it looks like this northern passageway goes a different direction. Okay, there's a door. Let's see what's... And there's a passageway there. Let's see what's down here. Okay, fine. Okay, so that was us hitting a level, and later. So we finally got enough experience to hit level 4. Yay! We have to go skill up before we're actually considered with a trainer. Before we're really considered level 4. So any of the gear that we've set aside that we've got staved to be used at level 4. I think we had a piece of gear here. You don't see it says minimum level 4. That's going to be a slight upgrade because that +7 to vitality that we have on here, which is great. But we got to go to our trainer and officially be tagged as level 4. And hopefully we'll get some kind of goofy spells at some point. Rangers usually have like 1 or 2 basics. And let's finish exploring and see what else we can find that we haven't completed yet. The adventure's complete, like from a basic perspective. And there's a shrine down here. Okay. That's kind of odd. Okay, branching. Let's go check this one real quick. Oh, is that a locked door? Okay. That could be interesting. That means usually a key involved. Oh, great. There's a lot more to this. Keys are on the wall. That sounds perfect. Who's guarding this? Nobody?
You hear footsteps down below, and a gruff voice calls out.
Put them in the manacles, boss. I'll be right over.
At least they're in the right place,
The
right?
large torturer doesn't
Oh, she went downstairs to go fight. Okay.
Hey, you're not one of us. What the?
Okay. Is there anything through here that we're missing? Nope. It's just a habit to do the search thing, and you really should wait for the pop-up to say and let you know ahead of time that it's an Iron Maiden. Okay, we got all these colored keys. Here's one door we could use it on. Never can have enough beds in your shrine area. We've used a pretty decent amount of our crappy spell points. I'll just go ahead and get those back. It doesn't really look like we're going to have that much trouble. She's at 240, 272 for her spell points. I'm not really going to have her best. Should be just fine and dandy. All right, let's go now to see what's down these other passageways. Let's go do left first. Okay, that looks interesting. What's down this way? Take a peek at this. Another locked door. See what color it is. Doesn't say. We just open it anyway. Chunk, chest. Oh, a gelatinous cube.
Strange, slurping sound coming from behind the crates.
Thankfully, it doesn't move quickly.
The slurping gelatinous cube falls to pieces.
I always thought that was such a weird mob. I remember way back in like 1977, 78, I think I was in 8th grade, when we first got our copies of Dungeons and Dragons. We got the basic edition that had like the blue book inside the box with the crappy copy of the dice were like these crappy dice that the more you used them, the more they got rounded on the edges. And I never forget that the first time we got like monsters in a dungeon, one of them was a gelatinous cube that would like engulf you. And there was some TV show when we were kids that had this big white ball that would bounce around and engulf people and smother them and stuff. It was really weird from the 60s. And we used to always get freaked out about that. All right, let's see what's going on here. Not one of my favorite enemies.
A crawling, broken.
Okay, here's another named. Very easy.
The White Falls. Its pitiful existence ended.
Is there any secret doors in here? None of this is interactive. It should be. That's one thing the game really needs. It really needs you to go through. It doesn't have to be like ESO where everything has rice and apples in it. But it should be something. Oh, what's that dinging? Oh, it's a level number. Probably trying to tell me to go level up. Once we leave, we will. Alright, there's a passageway here we haven't checked out. More boneheads. Go get them. Okay. Well, this is interesting. What's up with this? I don't remember ever doing this wing, so I'm actually kind of just seeing it for the first time. Looks like someone petrified.
The prisoner
Oh,
in this
Medusa.
cell
Okay.
is a Medusa.
You don't look stupid enough to be a cultist.
She calls out.
Tell me what you're doing here, and I won't turn you to stone.
Let's see. Okay. You don't look stupid enough to be a cultist. Tell me what you're doing here and I won't turn you to stone. Pick the lock. Diplomacy. If I were to set you free, how would I know you aren't going to turn me to stone? Bluff. You couldn't turn me to stone if you tried. I quarter Balam on my mother's side. Ha. Open the lock with the iron key. I got your key. Shall we go stone some fools? Attack, curse you, and your insane puns. Die, foul vermin. Ah, that's more my. That's more my. What the hell? And my cleric just got obliterated. Woo! She barely hit her. Did you see the cleric health?
The Medusa falls.
What was this? Knoll came out of nowhere. That actually scared the crap out of me. Alright, what's up with this? He's got like an icon over his head now. That was really weird. Huh. What is this symbol over this guy's head? It's like half. Is it wearing off on him? You can't interact with him or anything. That's crazy. All right, let's get healed up real quick. That was actually fun. I like being surprised. I mean, I thought she was dead. She was at like 1 health. Okay. The only thing we haven't done, free the pretty problematic prisoner. That's optional. This one we can't do. This one can't do. We already did this one. I think we found everywhere. There's no other places to go in the layout. Of course, it does say find all the nooks and crannies. It says there's one left. Let's take a look here at the map and see, have we... Those were all dead ends. I think we're okay. I think we're going to get out of here. I'm going to give this complex back here one more check for secret doors, just to be absolutely sure. This is baffling me. Why is that happening? I want to know. No secret doors through here. Let's go check this way. Our Trumpy Ranger almost got blown. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Did we miss this room? No, we did all this. Yeah, we did this earlier. It's just the torture chamber stuff. You wouldn't have secret doors in the torture chamber now, would you? I just want to get near the walls for a second and see if I get an alert. Like, that could have been a secret door. Nope, nothing there. I think we've got enough completed here to move on and go get our level. And yeah, that was really cool. Let's go see what the reward is. I wonder if leveling first and then handing it would change the reward. Probably not. So we'll have to recall twice here like we usually do. What the hell? Stand over here. And let's go see what we got. Okay. The iron key drops to the ground as you depart. That means the iron key was used somewhere and we didn't know anything about it. Okay, let's see what we got here. A hatchet. What's this one? Anarchic. That'll be chaos oriented, I believe. 1d6 chaos damage on hit. It makes the weapon chaotically aligned. Lawful character weapon will suffer negative damage. So that damage number on that one, if you switch to our melee weapons, if we were level 4, we could use this. It's a 1d8 weapon. And we're using 1d4 kukri and 1d6 sickle. So it's +2. My other ones are +2. Might be fun. It's a strength modifier weapon. So, you know, when you're playing a class that's dex oriented, you want to stay in the finesse range. The other two weapons are finesse oriented. So that we wouldn't use that. But it's got a good value of 1600. Quarterstaff, no. Gloves of armor piercing. That might be better than what we're using now. Okay. Chainmail that's 11.6. That matches what we have. Armor that's 10.5. That's lower. Okay, so we're going to probably grab these gloves. The positive spell power part wouldn't really help us. The armor piercing is interesting. Let's try that. Let's equip the real quick. Alright, and let's go get our level. And then we can see what we get as a ranger, which I've never played before. So the fastest way to get to a trainer, in my opinion, is just to go straight back to the harbor, cut to the grove. As soon as you come through here, hang a left. And you don't want to go in there. Hang a left, go to this yellow portal, and then we can cut through. Hang a left again, straight up to this second set of stairs where all the different trainers are. It doesn't matter which trainer you go to. You know, some of the hireling vendors, like the 1 through 3 hireling. What the devil? What the, okay, that was weird. Okay, maybe I'm loading another instance. So we have our ranger trainer over this way. Why is there an owlbear trap? That's not cool. Okay. Advance the level to next ranger. We keep maxing out that dexterity. That gives us another +6. That's great. We want that. Now, picking the skills. You know, searching and spotting is coming in handy. Definitely want to do that. We're not really tumbling, even though I put points into it. We're not using magic device ever. We probably should have. Let's go back and grab... Let's grab spot. We got that. We got search. We don't need to move silently. We could use keep hide. Let's add some points into tumble. And 1 point left. What did we put points in before? Listen. I'm not really seeing listen being effective in here. Spellcraft. I wonder if that would benefit any of our damage. Positive, negative, nope. Use magic device as non-applicable. So let's take a point back out of tumble and put that half point down here to use magic device. That puts us at 0.5. Okay, so you have to put 5 points in there to get a 1. Okay, we're not going to do that then. Let's put a point in jump in case we... No, we never put points in jump. Tough decision. I think we'll just throw it back into tumble. And what's next? Okay, great. Finally get to pick a spell. You have 12 spells on this level. Click to hide the spell list. Don't make a mistake here. This is super important. On the weekend for fun at nighttime, I wanted to play a wizard and see how well I could play one, to see how hard they were to play. I got them to level 3 in like 2 hours by just racing through all the content that I've already done, all these videos, instead of just talking through it and tutorializing it. And once I hit level 3, I had level 2 spells. I picked my level 1 spells, and then I hit next level, and I didn't pick my level 2 spells, and so now my wizard is level 3 and has no level 2 spells and can't memorize any of them. So that was very disappointing. All right, so let's see what we have. These are all given to us automatically. We don't need to do anything with this. So review your spell book. You have 12 spells at this level, so you don't have to pick them unlike a wizard. You just get them. Okay. That sounds fine. 84 hit points. Alright, great. Now, we had a couple pieces of gear waiting in the wings. So, it was... I know one of them was this piece of armor. That was going to give us a little bit of an upgrade. You see this red marker on the bottom? I mean, we can wear light armor. The armor bonus is still going to be +6. You know, as you can see here, we're wearing 11 and 6 already. So I'm actually going to just sell that. So that by the time we got to this level, that piece of gear is not an upgrade anymore. Everything else in here is everything else here is good. Yep. None of this stuff is other stuff we need. All right, great. I'll go sell stuff, and I'll do a little research on that last adventure, see the pieces I missed, like what was the deal with it, and then we'll pick the next thing we're going to do. And they'll be back and keep on progressing. Talk to you soon.